My Beachcomber hot tub is leaking water. How do I get to the gaskets to replace?
Hello, how can I help you today? The first thing we'd need to know before going too far is, do you know exactly where it's leaking from or just that it's leaking?
It is leaking from underneath or maybe from where the filter goes down into the tub. I am not following your prompts. It says you are typing, but I am not seeing where I have to go.
If it's a foam-filled model that you can't easily locate the leak, then the first thing we always try is a product called Fix a Leak. It seals up small leaks in spas very well when they're not easily located visually. Now if you want to go the more difficult route of locating it, the only way to do that is to jack a spa up, place it on blocks and wood beams about 2 feet off the ground, then fill it with water and crawl under it to begin digging out the foam around the suspected area until the leak is pinpointed. The Fix a Leak works wonders on small leaks, but I'm not sure at this point how badly it's leaking on you. How much water and how often are you having to add water?
If we use a special tool to rip the side of the tub out, would we be able to see inside the tub? We would carefully rip up one of the seams, hoping that the tongue and groove boards would go back together once we find the problem.
Is your model totally foam-filled from wall to wall? Or does it just have some spray-on foam covering the pipes and sides of the spa with space still inside the cabinet?
On the bottom of the tub it is foam-filled. We were told that we could take the bottom of the pool off. We see no way to do that. If we dig out the foam, how do we close it up? Is there a seal that might have dried up somewhere inside the tub?
On the foam, you can either buy canned foam insulation and refill the area you dug out, you can leave it out and not refill it, which will work fine as well, or some people just use standard attic pink insulation and stuff it back into the cavity to keep the insulation factor there. Did it happen after anything in particular happened? Any chance it froze or anything of that sort?
Is it possible to speak to you on the phone? The room that our tub is in is not heated. I drained the pool and took as much of the water in the pipes out, however there may have been some water left in the pipes. There is no way to tell. I used a wet vac to suck out the water.
If you didn't open the cabinet and disconnect any lines from the pumps or heater and blow them with a shop vac or compressed air, then it's possible you could still have some freeze damage. Was this the time you noticed the leaking is after it was shut down for the winter?
Yes.
While it's possible that it could have just been a seal that shrunk up over the winter, the easiest way to tell is by how fast it's leaking. If it's draining out as fast as you fill it up, then you've got a bad freeze break and the Fix a Leak won't fix something that big, but if it's leaking really slowly, then it's most likely not a freeze break. How quickly was it leaking?
I filled the tub and I have a rug in front of the tub. About an hour or so after filling the tub, I noticed that the rug was soaked, and I could see that it was a slow, steady stream coming from the tub. I immediately drained the tub.
So before draining it, were you able to open up the equipment door to see where the leak might have been coming from? The most common locations for leaks are on the heater ends and pump connections, as well as the pump seals, which are right on the pump motor shaft, but you might have to fill it back up with some water to rule those spots out. If you didn't check in that area before draining it, I would definitely do that way before digging any foam out or removing any sides, as that's by far the most common area for leaks.
One cannot see where the leak is coming from. My question to you is, how do we see the inside of the tub? According to your answer, you're telling me to tear out the insulation. I think we will try doing just that, and I am hoping we can see what the problem is. Is it possible to get a schematic of the inside of the tub? No reflection on you, but this is a very poor design. By opening up the equipment door, all we can see is the controls.
Yes, but the controls should also involve the plumbing connected to the heater as well as the pumps. That's why I suggested checking there first. If you're positive the leak is not in that area, then yes, the next step is digging foam out, but in doing that, you're pretty much just blindly looking for the leak. By raising the spa up on blocks and filling it, you'll at least get an idea where the leak may be and a reference point to start digging from. I totally agree with you on the poor design. Take it from somebody that's been doing spa service for 30 years. I absolutely hate spray-on foam in spas. It's great for insulation, but totally ridiculous if you have to repair leaks, especially if you have no idea where they are.
Thank you for your patience with me. Our next step is to jack it up, fill the tub, and go from there.
I could locate a plumbing diagram, but it's not going to do any good as it only shows the location of the jets, drains, etc. It doesn't show where any of the plumbing pipes go inside the cabinet. It can be different on every spa.
Is it necessary for the tub to be completely filled?
Yes, after eliminating the equipment area, that's always my next step, is to raise it up and refill it and look for the leak. No, just fill it until you begin to get the leak again. Now they do make a leak detection dye you can use that helps to locate it sometimes as well if you can find a local company that carries it. It's a purple heavy dye you can add to the water while it's leaking. The dye will stain a purple path through the foam as it leaks, and you can follow the purple path right to the leak sometimes.
Thanks again, you have been very helpful.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert, now visit justanswer.com/ythi.